GM Cardano, I'm Lloyd Duhan. It is the 20th of November 2023. Here are your top stories.
Therefore, I ask all of you, participate and vote. Let's beat the amount of almost 7,900 unique wallets from Fund 10. And last but not least, in the light of Voltaire and the coming governance changes in 2024, if I had to give a wish, my biggest wish would probably be that we can, similar to a nation state, introduce a value-independent voting mechanism, almost like one voice equals one vote.
That was Andreas Pletcher of the Cardano Foundation kicking off Cardano's Project Catalyst's 11th funding round, with Wednesday's town hall announcing 50 million ADA in available funds and changes to the proposal process. Here's Chris Baird.
We are getting started on a great campaign, and this is all in the efforts of further distribution, more equitability, and some sensible guardrails and criteria that we've put into place to hopefully give a lot of new entrants a place and some room to experiment. But the experiments aren't going to be limited to just the community.
Three categories for proposals include Cardano use cases, Cardano open source, and Catalyst system improvements. Cardano use cases has 3 tracks for prototypes, MVPs, and product improvements, with 7.5 million ADA available in each track. Cardano Open has 2 tracks offering 10.5 million ADA each to developer tools and community growth proposals. And Catalyst Systems Improvements makes 3 million ADA available for improving the Catalyst system itself. In Fund 11, proposers can only submit 5 proposals and must have delivered on past commitments to be eligible.
No active project should be outstanding from Fund 7 or prior in order to be eligible for Fund 11 funding. What this means is if you have an active project and it hasn't been closed down or you haven't completed it yet, you really want to get that completed or concluded by the time we are preparing the ballot.
Chris also stressed the importance of reporting.
If you're not submitting monthly reports, and then there's very little to be able to provide a good accountability and information of your progress to the community.
And he shared this striking update.
Probably the biggest change to Fund 11. Downvoting is going to be removed altogether.
The timeline sees proposal submission open November 16th, with voting set to run February 1st through 15th. Rewards for participation will be distributed in March. As for the future beyond Fund 11, Daniel Rybar had this to say.
There are going to be changes between Fund 11 and Fund 12. We may not know them, what they are exactly at the moment. We're going to cycle together throughout the Fund 11. We're going to learn some lessons. We're going to hold some retrospectives, workshops, and we're going to figure out how to evolve the Project Catalyst further.
Eran Barak, CEO of Midnight, closed the town hall with advice to focus pitches on real-world problems rather than specific technologies.
When you're pitching to F11 or any future fund, talk about the problem, not the technology or the solution. Midnight has amazing technology. Nobody cares. Don't be a solution looking for a problem. Focus on how do you make the customer successful? How do I help them solve their problem? That's where your story has to come. I know I'm probably speaking to the choir, but I know all of us are in love with our technology. So believe me, abandon your love for a second and tell a story that talks about how you're solving real-world problems.
At the recent Cardano Summit in Dubai, experts discussed how equipping individuals with blockchain knowledge fosters innovation and industry growth. Melanie, can you tell us more?
GM Lloyd, Nadia Manel, director of Cardano Academy at the Cardano Foundation, moderated a panel featuring speakers Loredana Manushaga of MBZU AI, Marcelo Curie, a blockchain specialist, Dr. Yasmina Locke of the C Institute, and Professor Claudio Tassone of the University of Zurich.
We are in the middle of a big transformation. This is not about only technology. This is about blockchain games for society, for individuals. And we have to think about this transformation as a social, economical, and cultural transformation.
The panelists emphasized the importance of governments, enterprises, and academia working together to drive blockchain education and adoption. They discussed strategies like hands-on learning, critical thinking, and integrating blockchain into non-technical fields like business, law, and arts. As Marcelo Curie stated,
of course, innovation in the background is technology, but when you talk with a C-level executive, you have to find this understanding of the new paradigm. Otherwise, even in an elevator pitch, besides being well prepared, if you don't find this match with his understanding of what you were talking about, you'll have tough time. I believe we have shortage of understanding these attributes that allows innovation, that matches business problems to the toolbox.
There was consensus on the need for practical, interdisciplinary approaches that take into account different learning styles. As Dr. Locke stated, blockchain can enhance transparency and accessibility in education through credentialing and streamlining processes. Overall, the panelists agreed that comprehensive blockchain education will lead to greater innovation, industry growth, and real-world understanding of blockchain's potential. More collaboration between developers, educators, and institutions is key. The Cardano Academy announced it is launching a new Cardano blockchain certification course on December 1st, open to anyone interested in learning about blockchain technology. For GM Cardano, I'm Melanie Duhan.
Thanks, Melanie. Linkage Finance announced an upcoming collaboration with MuesliSwap in an X space moderated by CryptoBomba. MuesliSwap co-founder Chris and Marius of Linkage Finance discussed Linkage Finance's index fund protocols launching on Cardano soon. Version 1 allows users to create fixed ratio index funds with low fees. Version 2, slated for next year, will enable auto-adjusting index funds based on market conditions reported by oracles. Rewards will be given to fund creators and longer-term investors. Chris said this will boost Cardano's total value locked as funds grow larger. Marius added that governance voting begins soon on requirements to create funds, with a focus on keeping it accessible. Details were not given on start dates. The team welcomed community ideas for index funds like market cap tiering. They aim to differentiate from competitors through advanced automation. If you have an important story that the Cardano community needs to hear, please use the GM Cardano tip line, gmctips at gmcardano.com, or send us a DM on X to our handle, GM_Cardano. For links to these stories, please check our show notes. GM Cardano is your go-to resource for the latest news from the Cardano blockchain. Your support helps us grow. Please like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Today's episode was hosted by me, Lloyd Duhan, produced by Melanie Duhan, and fact-checked by Lloyd and Melanie Duhan.
GM Cardano.